This video will cover channel responses. In order for LinkTrust to know whether a buyer accepted or rejected your lead, LinkTrust must know what to look for in the buyer's response after a lead is sent to them. Use this page to configure the channel so it can interpret responses returned from your buyer. It is highly recommended that you receive posting instructions from your buyer prior to configuring this page. Your buyer's posting instructions should contain sample responses that their system returns for successful and rejected leads. If instructions are not available or are incomplete, try submitting several test posts to the buyer so LinkTrust can capture their response. Then, view that response captured within LinkTrust and use it as a template to help configure this page. Enter phrases or keywords that appear in the response from the buyer which indicate to LinkTrust that the buyer accepted the lead. Make sure that each phrase or keyword is entered on a new line. Then, enter phrases or keywords that appear in the response from the buyer which indicate to LinkTrust that the buyer rejected the lead. Again, make sure that each phrase or keyword is entered on a new line. LinkTrust automatically detects common server errors from your buyers and will react as if the lead was rejected if the buyer returns one of these errors. If the channel is configured as a post and the maximum times allowed to sell a lead is set to 1, you may specify a custom URL or link to redirect consumers to when the buyer accepts the lead. The default option will redirect consumers to the success response page configured for the campaign. If the buyer's system returns a response which is not recognizable, this setting will automatically consider the lead as accepted or rejected by the buyer. As a precaution, the default is set to consider the lead rejected by the buyer. If the buyer returns a reason within their response that explains why the lead was rejected, LinkTrust can capture that reason and display it in your reporting. To use this feature, check the box and enter a start tag and end tag. A tag is any character that is unique just before or after the value that you want to capture. If the buyer accepts the lead and the revenue they will pay you is returned in the response, LinkTrust can capture that revenue and associate it with the revenue you will make for the lead. To do this, make sure that the advertiser revenue is set to dynamic on the channel settings page, and you can enter the start and end tags there. If you want to capture a transaction ID returned in the buyer's response, check the box to capture the advertiser ref ID and enter an appropriate start and end tag. There may be times when a value in the response isn't surrounded by any content or start or end tags. You can still capture the value in the response by placing the proper start and end tokens as placeholders to capture the entire response. For example, if I'm getting a rejected server response from my advertiser which contains nothing except the word duplicate, I will want to capture the word duplicate from the response so that I can have it available when I look at this lead later. So I would place this as the start tag and this for the end tag. That way, LinkTrust will capture the value duplicate and store it as the rejected value even though there were no tags surrounding the word in the response. Thanks for watching this video. For a walkthrough of the LinkTrust system, click this video here on the left, or to reach our YouTube channel with additional videos, click here on the right.